And so, we arrive again at a crossroads between two rising forces in the WNBA, the Indiana Fever and the New York Liberty. A clash not just of rosters, but of stories, expectations, and unresolved tension. A third chapter is about to be written between these two franchises, but the pen might be in the hands of fate, not players. Because this time, the question isn't who scores more. It's who shows up. The Liberty will host the Fever on Wednesday, July 16, beneath the lights of Barclays Center in Brooklyn. The crowd will roar. The stakes will be real. The history between these two squads already brims with back-and-forth electricity. They've split their last two matchups, both of which featured Caitlin Clark. She was the storyline, the showstopper, the draw. But now, just hours before tip-off, there's uncertainty. There's concern, because Caitlin Clark may not play. In their previous game, an 85-77 victory over the Connecticut Sun on July 15, Clark again lit up the court. Her passes were precise, her leadership sharp. She was in rhythm, in control, the kind of player that doesn't just contribute to wins, she defines them. And then, just like that, the momentum cracked. Late in the game, she dished a beautiful bounce pass to Kelsey Mitchell. A routine play for someone like Clark. But then, as the ball left her fingertips, something else happened. Pain. Not a scream, not a dramatic collapse, but a quiet, telltale wince. Clark grabbed at her groin. Her expression hardened. She limped gingerly toward the stanchion, then head-butted it in frustration, not at anyone else but at her own body betraying her again. It was the same injury zone, her left groin. The one that had already cost her 10 games earlier this season. A groin strain. A quad strain, the kind of injury that doesn't heal on adrenaline, but patience. And time. But time is a luxury few WNBA teams have. Especially not Indiana. Especially not now. Because this isn't just another game. This is a measuring stick. New York Liberty. Indiana Fever. Star power versus star potential. East Coast grit versus Midwest resilience. Breanna Stewart versus Aliyah Boston. Sabrina Ionescu versus Kelsey Mitchell. And Caitlin Clark, maybe. That's the tension in the air. That's the unknown that fans are sitting with, holding their breath. Can she go? Should she go? Does she risk a greater injury just to be present for one more battle? The fans want her there. The league, surely, wants her there. The TV cameras, the social media engines, the sold-out arenas, they all orbit around her now. But basketball doesn't care about marketing. Basketball doesn't care about momentum. Basketball only knows what the body says. And right now, Clark's body is screaming for caution. And so, the Fever must make a choice. Let her rest and recalibrate, perhaps risking a loss but preserving the long game. Or throw her back into the fire, even if she's only half herself. It's a cruel irony. Because in the WNBA, Clark is the catalyst. The draw. The game changer. She creates space, both on the court and in culture. She's the reason this third matchup with the Liberty doesn't feel like just another game. It feels like a moment. But if she's absent, that moment takes on a different shape. It becomes about the depth of Indiana's roster. It becomes about Boston stepping up, about Mitchell seizing the reins, about Erica Wheeler becoming the spark. It becomes about survival. Meanwhile, the Liberty are sharpening their knives. Stewart and Ionescu see an opportunity. They've split the season series with Clark on the floor, but without her, the balance tilts. New York's home crowd is ready. The Barclays Center has seen big games before, but few with this kind of spotlight. This kind of expectation. And it all hinges on one decision. Will Caitlin Clark play? Will she risk re-injury in the heat of July for one more chance to compete? Will she step onto that court with tape around her thigh and fire in her eyes? Or will she watch from the bench, wrapped in ice, her presence missed but her legacy preserved? These are the moments that define not just seasons, but careers. And whether she plays or not, Caitlin Clark is already rewriting what a rookie year looks like. Not just through her stats or highlights, but through her grit, her vulnerability, and the weight of expectation she carries. Wednesday's game will be played. Baskets will be scored. A winner will emerge. But the real story, the one that echoes beyond the buzzer, is this. Sometimes, the greatest battles happen not between two teams, but within one player. And tonight, we wait to see if that battle finds its way to the hardwood of Brooklyn, or if the fight continues in the shadows, behind closed doors, with trainers, tape, and time.